Probably. All right, hi ladies. Let me tilt this down. That might be better. Okay. All right, so I did some meal prep, and one thing I still haven't done is I made my peanut butter bars, and I still haven't made the chocolate topping. So that is on my list of either tonight or tomorrow. All right, so first I've got my, ignore the noise in the back, that would be my husband. I've got my, my red cabbage fermenting for lacto-fermented cabbage. It's super easy. All it is red cabbage, salt, massaged in until it starts releasing liquid, and then non-chlorinated water just to add because you want it covered by liquid. I bought this off of Amazon. You don't have to have this. It doesn't require this. I just bought it. And it came with these weights, which I think you can see. And then this, so you don't, basically you want to like burp it every day, which sounds kind of weird. But with this, I don't have to do anything. I just let it sit. And I think you can maybe see the bubbles. And that means that it's, hey Missy, that it's working properly. So I made this once, and he said it tasted just like it was cabbage. So I'm going to make sure, I'm going to test it in a couple of days and just see how it's going. Put this to the side. Hey, that dog's in the backyard, babe. We have a German Shepherd that keeps getting somehow, and we're trying to catch it. Anyway, so I killed my kefir somehow. They say it's impossible. I don't even know how I did it. So this has been 1.5 days, I think, and it's finally thickened up. So I think I've got kefir in my future. So hopefully, as the week progresses, we'll actually have kefir, homemade kefir in our shakes, which according to Pearl and Serene is absolutely the best kind that we can have. Okay. So I made my drinks. I've got the butterfly pea flower tea. Nope, that's not it. That would be this one, the blue one. All I did was add stevia to it, and I just do liquid stevia because it's just super easy. Just get it from Amazon. Just squeeze a little bit in. If you want it to turn purple, you just add like a little lemon juice to it, and you've got purple. And how I do this now, instead of using my tiny little teapot, is I just heat up water and make it kind of hot, and then I just add about 2 tablespoons of the flowers in here, and then let it steep until it's the right color. This time I had to add a little bit more of the flowers. I'm trying to make sure I don't add too many flowers, so that I'm making sure I'm not just wasting money. And then for the oolong, I did 9 bags of oolong tea. And what I did is, how I do it is, I put the tea bags in the jar, and then I put the strings over the edge, and then put this back on, and then pour the hot water in, and then just let it steep until I felt like it had been long enough. And then I added the liquid stevia, a couple of shakes of salt, and then about a teaspoon or so of vanilla. And then this is typically too strong, so I just add ice, this, and some water. Okay, so what I did this time for my smoothie mix, and I'm going to do a separate video for that, so that this video is only like 20 minutes, and if you don't care about my smoothie mixes, you don't have to watch the whole video. I've got 30 days of smoothie mixes, but technically it's about 15 because it's 30 servings. And when I make our smoothies for tomorrow, this is the measuring cup. I used a 1/2 cup, and when I measured this, it was keeping 1/2 cup, but as, powders, is that the right word? Dry ingredients settle, they kind of get more compacted. So my goal is at least a 1/2 cup of this in the blender whenever I make my smoothies. Okay, so my lunches this week are not what my husband's eating. My husband has asked for easy snacks. Half the time he doesn't eat his lunch, and it just keeps sitting in the fridge, So I'll show you what I made for me and then what I did for him. So for me, I've got 4 of these prepped. I've got this salad, and all it is green cabbage and red or purple cabbage, a little cilantro, some cucumber, And then it's got pumpkin and sunflower seeds, but I bought them on Amazon, and I bought the, they're sprouted and then dried. And then I made a dressing with ginger root, and I bought all that I needed. It was like 25 cents. I bought ginger root, my minced garlic, which I put in everything, tahini, which you don't have to add, sesame seed oil, rice vinegar. I did 1 drink of stevia just because, I don't know, I just wanted to do it. And then I massaged it all together, and so my lunch is, I've got 4 of these, plus I'll show you what else I have. And this is supposed to be 2 cups. And then in here, I'm doing a challenge in my challenge group this week to have colorful plates. So in my smoothies, I've got all kinds of colors. And then in my lunch, I definitely have colors. And then I've got berries. I made 4 of these because one day this week I'm meeting some friends for lunch. And I'm not going to take this with me to the restaurant. I'm going to eat there. And then I've got a packet of tuna to go with the lunch. So that'll be extra protein. Because there's some protein in this. With the tahini and the sunflower seeds, but technically it's sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds. So that's my lunch, and then I still have this much left over. These are my boxes I got from Sam's. This one is 4 cups, but it's not quite full, so it's not quite 4 cups. So this recipe made a lot, and so I am set. I might even have this for dinner with some sort of protein. So all my husband's lunches for this week. He's going to have, that's mine. This is probably not perfectly on plan, but it's what we can afford. So he's got jerky. He's got 2 bags for the week. These almonds that I'll pack for him. Right now, he still has 2 cute Baby Bell, and once he runs out, I've got other cheese I'll cut for him. But I've had this for 2 weeks, and he hasn't even finished the whole bag. And then his pickles, which he typically will eat his pickles, so he's got his pickles, and then I always send him with some cuties. It looks like I bought a bad bag because I've at least got 1 bad one in here. And I tried. So I got 1 bad cutie, but I tried to send him with cuties. Now, my snack, because for the most part, during the week, I out-eat my husband. It just is the way it is. I don't know. I can't help him. I don't even eat that much, but he just, I don't know. He just gets in the truck and just doesn't eat as much. So for my snacks, I've got this granola I got from Sam's, which I really do like. I haven't had this combo yet, so we'll see how it goes. I've got the zero sugar Chobani, which is like 60 calories. And then I've got a serving of the keto cupcake, chocolate cupcake granola. And that's 150 calories and 13 grams of fat. And then I've got a couple of pickle slices, some pickled okra, about a half to 3/4 a cup of baby tomatoes, not baby tomatoes, but whatever they're called, grape tomatoes, and then a little ranch. So that'll be my snack. I can eat as much or as little as I want. And then dinner. So let me move some of this stuff because it's going to get crazy. Hold on. At least with these guys. Okay, what are you doing? Okay. So tomorrow we're going to have, oh, I didn't get out the freezer meal. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to have one of the easiest recipes out there. You can make your own meatballs and store them in the fridge, or you can be lazy and buy them like I do. So in here, I've got meatballs, and then I took ricotta cheese, seasoning, bag of the frozen spinach, which I am not a spinach fan, but I find that I can eat the frozen chopped spinach. It's like $1 in my recipes, and I've got 2 recipes this week with it. I can actually eat that. Oh, this also had, sorry, I think it has cilantro, but it also had, I took like 2 big handfuls of salad mix and chopped that up and added that. So it's also got some salad mix in it. That's a big deal, but anyway. You mix that together and then you put it on top of your meatballs and, oh, that sounds really good. I'll have to try that. Then I poured marinara sauce on top, and right now I've just got Parmesan cheese, and then after it bakes or cooks for an hour or 2 or however long, and then I'll add a little mozzarella or Italian. I bought some at a store, so that is prepped for tomorrow. It's so heavy. boxes here. I forgot to pull out my chicken fajitas that I made in one of my videos where I prepped one for dinner and one for the freezer. So we're going to have chicken fajitas on Tuesday from my freezer. Okay, this recipe is my, I don't know what it's called. I think it's Creamy Kielbasa Cabbage Skillet. But this time I'm not using kielbasa. The most expensive thing is this cheese. This is not, like, I don't know why it's this expensive. I should be able to make it myself. Ideally, I would find a replacement for this just because it's too much money for this little tiny thing of cheese or butter or cheese. Okay, like, this was like $5 at Walmart. This is ridiculous. So I'm thinking maybe like Laughing Cow cheese and a flavor would be better or equal, or maybe making something with like a reduced fat cream cheese. But my suggestion is to not buy this. If you make this recipe, find a substitute for this. I think somebody on my blog said that they used like Laughing Cow cheese and it turned out great. So that's what I'm probably going to do next time. Okay, to make it fit in my box, I took my cabbage and I went ahead and cored it and cut it up so it fit in the box. I've got, instead of kielbasa, at my store that I tell everybody to go to, Berkshire's, which always has amazing deals, I found this Cajun style smoked sausage for $2.20. So definitely a great savings. It was like $5.49. And then I've got my garlic and herbs and seasoning in here, and then my bell pepper and onion. So that is ready to go. Okay, and then, oh, here's my little spinach. This is a new recipe. Everything so far I think is not new, but this is definitely a new one. Hopefully it turns out good. I hope. All right, so it's chicken. I've got 2 bags, and I think there's 2 breasts in each bag. So if it's too much chicken, I'll probably wait. I got a scale with my FabFitFun box. Then I might just pull one to the side and go ahead and cook it, and just leave it for protein for another meal or for a snack or whatever. So I've got my sour cream, my cream cheese, my garlic, which I put garlic, I swear, in everything, and my seasonings, my spinach. So what I will do is I will beat together the seasonings, the cream cheese, and I use reduced fat in most of these recipes, but you can use whichever you want. Again, we don't have to, eat low fat for our S meals, but just pulling back a little bit isn't that, you can't really tell with this. So I'm going to blend these together, and then I'm going to, this will be thawed, I'll squeeze out the extra liquid, add that. The chicken is already cooked, that I will season, spread this on top, and spread bacon on top, and maybe a little cheese at the end. It's supposed to have, I forgot the ranch. It's supposed to have ranch in this as well. And I get the one from Costco, which I'm sure you can get it anywhere. And I think it's a Hidden Valley ranch that does not have any bad stuff in it. But again, sometimes you just buy what you can afford. I used to buy the one from Aldi that had at least one ingredient that wasn't great. So this has bacon on top. I don't know what I'm going to call it. I have no idea yet. Hopefully it turns out. If it doesn't turn out, that's when they don't come on my blog. And then, what is this one? I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. I'm making my Cajun Alfredo. So I've got my chicken. And this technically, as on my blog, is a pressure cooker recipe, but it doesn't have to be. You can make it on the stovetop. You can make it in your crock pot. It's just if you need a pressure cooker recipe, this is one that's great. I've got the chicken, Parmesan cheese, the heavy cream, the Cajun seasoning, salt and pepper is in here. Got my 2 tablespoons of butter. And then again, this is a reduced fat cream cheese. The mushrooms are not necessary, but mushrooms are good for you. So I try to, if I can sneak them in something and they fit well, then I add them. And then we will have this with, I didn't grab my Dreamfield's pasta, so we will have that with that. The meatballs, we're not really supposed to have Dreamfield's twice in a week. So for me, either I'm going to eat it just like that, which I have before, eat it with a piece of keto bread that I toast, or I have a small spaghetti squash. So I've got some options so that I'm not eating Dreamfield's twice in a week, although I'm not that worried about it. And then is that it that I have done? And then my dessert that I still haven't finished. So I have that. And then I still have the candy, which I hate some of my recipes. Let's call them recipes, but they're really not recipes. They're just so simple. Just throw some ingredients together. But anyway, we still have those in the freezer. And when I'm craving chocolate at night, I'll get my chocolate for me and the white chocolate for my husband, and they're perfect. I think that's it. So I'm going to kind of put some of this stuff away. And I'm going to come back, and then this island will be full of all my ingredients I put in our smoothies. So I'll be back in just a few minutes with that video, and I hope